Turbotron centrifugal disc finishing machines are high-energy, high-performance systems, offering a grinding performance which, compared to mass finishing vibrators, is up to 10 times higher. Their main applications are removal of strong burrs and radiusing of sharp edges. However, Turbotron centrifugal disc finishing machines also allow gentle surface smoothing and polishing of delicate and thin components. The hydraulic loader is filled with a batch of unfinished parts and grinding or polishing media. This filling process can take place manually or automatically with different types of loading systems. Due to very low drop heights, the loading of the work bowl takes place in a gentle manner so that the parts do not impinge. The so-called double batch processing system helps to minimize unproductive machine times. Turbotron centrifugal disc finishing machines can easily be integrated into fully automatic manufacturing systems. The load of media and parts in the work bowl is accelerated by rotation of the spinner. At the same time, compound and water is injected into the work bowl. The optimum spinner RPM is determined by the desired finishing results. To prevent premature wear and impingement of parts, work bowl and rotating spinner are lined with highly wear-resistant polyurethane. The resulting relative movement between media and parts and the high pressure caused by the centrifugal force generate the high grinding performance characteristic of Turbotron centrifugal disc finishing machines. To allow the surface finishing of delicate, thin parts, the work bowl can be flooded with water and compound. The water level in the work bowl is infinitely adjustable according to preset values in the PLC controller. The effluent from the work bowl, as well as process liquid from the intermediate hopper and the screening machine, are collected in a central effluent collecting tank. From there, they are pumped to the effluent treatment plant. This helps prevent spillage of liquid onto the floor. When the finishing process is completed, the work bowl is raised and tilted to unload the batch into the intermediate hopper. The hydraulic tilting process takes place in 2 steps. First, the work bowl is raised and tilted to an angle of 135 degrees, followed by a second tilting step up to 178 degrees. This ensures gentle and complete unloading of parts and media into the intermediate hopper. At the same time, the gap between spinner and wear ring is opened to maximum size, followed by an intensive rinsing cycle to flush particles like undersized media and swarf from the parts out of the gap area. This prevents damage to spinner and wear ring during the next processing cycle. The interface or gap between rotating spinner and stationary wear ring is the most critical area in any centrifugal disc finishing machine. Undersized media or other particles lodging in the gap can have severe consequences with regard to premature wear or even extended machine downtimes. The precise PLC-controlled monitoring and setting of the gap prevents such problems and guarantees constant high-surface finishing results. After each batch, by way of a hydro-pneumatic servo mechanism, the gap is first completely closed and then opened to a preset value. The setting is achieved with an accuracy of 0.05 of a millimeter or 0.002 of an inch. The gap area is protected by two additional features. First, the jamming protection monitors the torque of the rotating spinner. As soon as a preset value is exceeded, the machine turns itself off automatically. This ensures that particles lodging in the gap area cannot cause severe damage. Second, the temperature in the gap area is continuously monitored. As soon as the temperature exceeds a preset value, the machine turns itself off. The empty and rinsed work bowl moves back into its working position. The hydraulic loader fills the next batch of parts and media into the work bowl. The fact that finishing and separation processes take place simultaneously helps to keep unproductive machine times at a minimum. As soon as the loader has returned to its base position, the finishing cycle for this batch is started. At the same time, the media return conveyor moves over the hydraulic loader and is now ready to return media arriving from the screening machine back into the loader. The intermediate hopper transports the batch of finished parts and media to the screening machine. For exact dosing of the quantity, the hopper is vibrated and at the same time hydraulically lifted in several positions. This guarantees that the exact amount of parts and media required for an optimal separation is transferred to the screening machine. With a screen, frequently also with a magnetic separator, parts and media are separated from each other. With a second screen, undersized media and other small particles are removed from the system. This undersized classification is of great importance for the protection of the gap area. From the screening machine, the finished parts are transferred to a parts bin. Frequently, they are directly transferred to a vibratory or hot air belt dryer. The cycle is complete. With its Turbotron centrifugal disc finishing machines, Trowal not only offers a modern surface finishing system with high productivity, high machine availability and high uptimes of all critical system components. With the double batch system, Trowal also offers a high degree of automation with a minimum of unproductive idle machine times.